Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super card game video. In this one, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the red card list for the upcoming themed booster set, the Tournament of Power. Dun, dun, dun. Let's come all the way up, and yes, like I said, this is over on the official website as well. So if you're somebody that's been subscribed to me for a while and you didn't know there's an official website, well, here there is. And if you are a new viewer, thank you. We love to have you consider sticking around for more content on Dragon Ball Super. But quick disclaimer, if you do wind up considering and actually clicking that sub button, just know that I do a lot of things. This isn't all you're going to get from me, but I try to give you guys all that I can to satiate like everybody. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the red cards in this set again. And for more help in regards to this card game, go ahead and check out the Reddit down below. I've been kind of active over there, semi-active, and they've been very, very helpful. If you're interested in Reddit, they're, again, nice community of people for the most part. And they'll help you out with this. But I'm going to give you guys basically my first impressions in the red cards, because I actually haven't even taken a look at any of this, except for Vegeta. And that's only because this is actually the second take at the recording. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so something of note, they actually included new special traits. Universe 6 and Universe 7 now are traits. That would be pretty crazy if they decided to errata, previous Goku, Vegeta, Universe 7 centric cards. That would be incredibly good because it would lead to a lot of new potential, but I know they're probably not going to do that. In Kaba's, Gales for Universe 6, etc. But anyways, treat Universe 7 in all areas as if they had no specific cost. No specified cost. That's actually crazy. So what I assume that means is you can basically run however many colors you want in your deck. If it's a Universe 7 card, they wouldn't have to pay like their specific 2 reds to play them or whatever. That's the way that I'm understanding that. Feel free to correct me if I'm just misunderstanding that. But that's what I'm understanding that as, which would be pretty cool, to be honest. Now, that doesn't give you an insane advantage, but it's still really, really useful. Because you don't have to limit your energy, basically. So, for example, for a new player, this card, say you want to play, Quick Rush Trunks. He requires 2 energy, and both of them have to be red. So that would basically, if he was a Universe 7 card anyway, allow you to play him with just 2 regular red energy, or just 2 regular energy. They don't have to be red, from my understanding, though. But let's move on, because I don't want to misinform. That's not what I'm about here. I don't know, to be honest. Once per turn, when you attack with a Saiyan battle card, if it is from Universe 6 or 7, you get to draw a card. So that is awesome, getting to draw that card. The only way this card could have been better is if he had, in my opinion, that old Awaken condition. This one has the whole, when your life is at 4 or less, untap 2 energy, and you get to flip the card over and see his other side. Now this could be really good when it comes to pushing for game. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stuck in my ways, and I prefer the old set, the old way that some leaders still have now to this point, like Mass Saiyan I think has it too, where it's you get to draw 2 cards. I'd just rather have that card advantage than the energy advantage, in a lot of scenarios for me anyway. But still, that would be a crazy at least 3 card advantage, which in a world where Mecha Frieza did get errated and changed a lot, that could be really good. Anyways, Warriors of Universe 7, once per turn, his auto is when you attack with a Saiyan from Universe 6 or 7, draw 1 card, but it gets an additional effect. You get to choose the card that is attacking. So this is important, because my understanding of this is you can decide when you do it. Say, for example, you have 1 card out, you attack. You don't have to give it the 5,000 power because it's saying choose. And then it specifies the chosen card and the leader card get 5,000 for the duration of the turn. So that could be really interesting if that is the way it works. If it isn't, then again, it doesn't really matter, because either way, whoever you're attacking with, because all that means is you just attack with who you want to attack with first anyway. I have to look at the red pans, for example, because she says something along the lines of whenever you attack with one. I don't think she has the verbiage of choose, so that could be something different. But nonetheless, like I said, it doesn't really matter because you just change your attack order. But Vegeta still picks up 5k. He doesn't get any gimmicks like critical or double strike, anything, and no other additional when I attack a leader card effect or anything like that. Vegeta himself, he's basically a support card. He's not a leader that wants to be super offensive, which isn't a bad thing. But I guess it just kind of depends on what cards would be in his deck, which I don't know a whole lot of yet anyway. We'll have to see the whole set, but we'll definitely have to continue reading this list. But for now, I think Vegeta's okay. I don't think he's meta changing or anything. Oh, Gale has really good art. I love it, but also she has no effects. When this card attacks a leader card, you get to draw a card. And then she has the untap 2 effect. And that's good early game. It's good always, technically, but like really good early game, I guess. I just hate that you have to attack a leader card. But that's why I said like early game, there's not going to be that much board presence anyway. Oh, wow, what a transformation. Lady of Destruction. If Caulifla is in play in your battle area, you don't have to place cards from your hand in the drop area as a result of this card's skill. Oh, so she's trying to be like Broly again, where they have to force cards out of your hand, etc. Which, I mean, I don't mind that because it's Gale, right? When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Okay, so she no longer has to attack a leader. That's good. Then place 1 card from your hand in the drop area, and your opponent places 1 card from their hand. She's literally Broly. Okay, well, I don't mind it. Again, you don't have to do it. And the good thing about her is that she's, in my mind, less restricted. Because in a world where we have the Gale, Vegeta, or Gale, Kaba, and Caulifla packages, where you run 4 of all those, I know it's really expensive. But in a world where we have those, if you can form that deck, this isn't that big of a deal because Caulifla is basically an autoplay. So you don't really have to deal with anything as far as like dropping cards. So Gale is like the second coming of Broly in a lot of different ways, but also she gets to be that red leader as well. So I can't help but wonder if like that will be a little bit better for her because you don't have to also run gimmicks like Broly's Ring, but that could also be a bad thing. We'll have to kind of see how she affects the meta, but nonetheless, she's really good for forcing your opponent to drop cards. And Caulifla, like I said, is an auto play, and Caulifla helps self-awaken anyway. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how this deck works out. I'm actually very excited for that. Backbone of Universe 7, Son Goku. All right, so super combo. Oh, he's a super combo. All right, I like it. I'm already liking it. When you combo with this card, if your leader card is from Universe 7, i.e. the Vegeta card thus far, and you have 5 or less life instead of the natural 4, draw 1 card, and this card gains 10,000 combo. Oh, okay. Yo, that's actually really cool. Like, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all, to be honest. Like, that's not bad. It allows you to use a super combo a little bit sooner. We're starting to see that, where super combos are gaining speed. You know, depending on the way that they're used. I mean, Shugash was an anomaly because Mecha Frieza. He still kind of is because Mecha Frieza can still do his regular gimmicks. He just has to do them differently. He has to play defensively, basically. It turns him into more of a counter unit or a counter card. But, you know, for example, the Supreme Kai of Time super combo, we get to see her. You can literally do that as early as turn 2, right? Or your opponent's turn 2 or whatever. You can really do that really fast depending on your deck and, you know, how you play. So, like, we're starting to see this pick up speed, and I like that. It is restricted to a Universe 7 leader, but I can't help but think that there's going to be more leaders that are Universe 7 in this set, of course. So, we'll have to see. That's pretty awesome. All right, Gale Strike Vegeta. So, a 2-drop, by the way. So, we're starting to get into some actual battle cards you would play, maybe. A Barrier 2-drop. And he requires 2 red energy. And if, like I was talking about earlier, if I was right about not requiring 2 specific red energy with that Vegeta leader, this guy becomes a lot better. If he requires it, then whatever, you know. But he does have that Universe 7 trait, so it just kind of remains to be seen. So that's just kind of how I feel about him. Barrier's pretty cool because that makes him a threat. 15k is just a large enough body early on in the game with the being a 2-drop, so that's good enough. Majin Buu, Full of Energy, a battle card. He has a 3 energy evolve on top of a Majin Buu, a red Majin Buu. Or no, yeah, on top of a red Majin Buu. Oh, there's another one down here, so never mind. He gets Double Strike, Barrier, choose 1 card from your life and add it to your hand. That's good for Self-Awakening. Then this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. 5,000, Double Strike. The only way this would have been better is if he got crit, but of course that'd be insanely busted, so I don't mind this. You can play him actually pretty early in the game as well, depending on your deck, if you had any ramp or anything like that, but you can play him as early as, you know, well, I guess it depends on the duel as well. It could be kind of late game scenario, but he's still a really good finisher and good for Self-Awakening if you're playing against somebody that's trying to hold you at, you know, 5 life or whatever, you know, the memes. And it's not bad. I mean, not bad, excuse me, but there are better units, characters. Too much Dokkan, apparently. There are better characters and cards that can do that same thing. One that comes to mind is like the new promo Mass Sand, pick up a card, you know, 1-drop Kaba, things of that nature. But still pretty cool. I'm going to try to be positive about these cards, if you couldn't tell. When you play this card, choose up to one Majin Buu with 25,000 or less from your deck and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So 3-drop requires 3 energy, so you would need 6 energy to make this play in 1 turn, but realistically, you can get this Buu out as early as turn 4, I believe, so that's pretty cool, assuming that you're getting natural 1 energy per turn. Well, not bad at all. Universe 7 Majin. Alright, so next we have a 3-drop hit, okay? Activate main. Send this card to the warp. Oh. Yeah, he's trying to be, I like how they're trying to let cards use the new warp mechanic. That's pretty cool. And I like it even more that he's not an Overwhelm card. That just, to me, it's like creative. At the beginning of your next turn, if your leader card is Universe 6, play this card from the warp in its owner's battle area. Huh. This card is low-key really good. He's actually really good because he protects himself for a turn. He can't be targeted. He can't be attacked. He's out of play, and then he just comes back in as a 15k threat. The only issue with him is his energy cost, but otherwise, this is a really good effect, to be honest. Like, I can see myself using this. Also, that 5k combo. Not bad. Which I haven't talked a lot about their combo powers, but I think they've all had like 5k, so they literally all have had 5k combos except for the super combo there. So, not bad. I actually really like that. Impeccable Super Saiyan Kaba. What if we're going to get a Super Saiyan 2 Kaba? Alright, this card can attack battle cards in active mode. Awesome. Red cards love doing that. And your opponent cannot activate counter against this card's attack? That's awesome. Let me read the rest of it. When this card attacks, if your leader card is a Red Saiyan, i.e. Gale or Vegeta, or any of the previous Red Saiyan leaders, which I'm sure there are, like Pan and things of that nature, this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So he comes in as a 20k attack active mode. You can't negate me card as a 3-drop. No crit, no double strike, but still. The only way this card gets better is if it got like Evolve on top of the 1-drop, which maybe that's asking too much, but this is still really like a really solid card. This is still a really solid card, like seriously. I'm really digging this. And this is where that hit can be pretty cool. Like if in a mirror match, you know, Kaba can't attack this hit because hit's going to be out of play. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, a new Kaba 1-drop. All right, when you play this card, look at the top 3 cards in your deck. Choose it to one Universe 6 among them and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Yo, do the old Kaba 1-drop say Universe 6 on them? Because I don't think that they do. I think that's pretty new. I'm still going to double check because if they do, I'm looking at them right now. It doesn't. It just says Alien and Saiyan. Oh my goodness, that would be so busted. Oh man, but this is a cool little searcher. I like it. I like these turn 1 cards, you know, that let you, fish for a card. This is pretty cool because you can play this and then fish out another Universe 6 character. The only reason why this isn't super great is because it says Universe 6 instead of Saiyan. If I had to choose, I would probably play another card that lets you just draw anything. Like I think the 1-drop green Trunks from the new set, I'd probably prefer him, but it is what it is. This is still pretty cool in a all Universe 6 deck because this means effectively you can't miss. Like this will not whiff. You will be able to get something in a full Universe 6 deck or primarily Universe 6 deck. Bold Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla has a Evolve actually, so that's pretty cool. The other one's actually Super Saiyan. This one is Super Saiyan 2, so of course this one and then this one. 2 red and then 1 any color energy, so 3 energy total for the Evolve. When you play this card, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose one Universe 6 with 15,000 or less from among them and play it. Well, that's pretty busted. Really liking that. I don't really like the 4-drop 2 requirement, and I know that I don't like that because I don't like Jiren too much. I love Jiren, and from like what is that? Was it Union Force? I love Jiren, right? I love red 4-drop Jiren. It's just I can never play him, and I don't know if that'll change. It probably will change because Mecha Freeze is gonna probably slow down just a bit. But I don't love this because I can't love Jiren because it's too heavy of a cost too late in the game for me for the decks that I like to run, so I can almost never play Jiren. But still, in theory, this is a really good effect because it lets you swarm the field. It depends on what the targets are. For example, that into the Kaba. If the Kaba's 15k, yeah, he is. You can just snatch board presence really easily between this card and then playing the Kaba. She forces you to pull from the top of your deck as opposed to your hand, but still, you're not losing card advantage at all. That's pretty awesome. When you play this, if your leader card is red, you can choose up to one card in your life and add it to your hand. So Self-Awakening, that's great. If you do so, this card gains 5k, so 20k double strike for the duration of the turn. So that's a one-time thing. She can't spam it every turn like one-drop Saiyan Kaba can. But still, she's not 100% guaranteed to do it. Like, if you were to play the green Caulifla, like, you got to be careful with that one because that one says, it doesn't say choose. It just says when you play it, right? So this is why I'm leaning more towards the way that I was talking about Vegeta earlier, is because they put that word choose in there. In fact, let me pull up Pan right here because I actually have Pan on my side. When you play a battle card, choose that card. And, well, she says when you play a battle card, choose that card. So she's forcing you to choose whatever one you play, which basically would mean whichever one you play first. But yeah, I don't know. But still, nonetheless, you get to choose one, and then she gets double strikes. That's a threat. Also, there's a one-drop Caulifla. That art is fire, but it actually has no effect. She's just a vanilla card. So technically, you can play this turn one, and then actually just bypass this Caulifla altogether. Evolve on top of the one-drop with this, and she's what, 10k? Yeah, 10k one-drop is actually really powerful, to be honest. She has no effect, but still, she's actually pretty powerful for turn one, right? But typically, you would want something that gives you card advantage, a draw, or something. So there's a 2-drop Sister Attack Saiyan Gale. Is this one called Super or Sister? Yeah, Sister Attack Saiyan Caulifla. And Gale, when this card attacks, if another Universe 6 is in play in your battle area, which shouldn't be very hard to do, especially with like a 1-drop if you were to run that card, draw one card, and this card gains 5,000 for the duration of the turn. So this Gale is amazing. You're going to, in a Universe 6 deck, you are running 4 of this, and there's literally no question about it. There's no question. You are running 4. This Gale's a blocker. She's a 2-drop as well. Dauntless Gale, 2-drop, 2 red as well. Okay, so actually, again, if that Vegeta is able to reduce this 2 red necessity, that changes the way a lot of these cards work. Blocker, if Caulifla is in your battle area, you can play this card from your hand without its energy cost or leader area, which is actually very important because there's also, I believe, a Caulifla leader. I think that's going to be in the draft box, though. Ultimate Evolution Frost. Oh, they got the buff Frost from when Frieza betrayed him. He has Evolve on top of other Frost. He gets Triple Strike. When a card evolves into this card, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 or less and switch them to rest mode. That could be cool situationally because it allows them to be threatened. Excuse me. They can be attacked. Triple Strike. You have to evolve as well to get that secondary auto. I don't know. It's a good late game threat. When you play this card, choose up to 1 Frost with 20,000 or less from your deck and add it to your hand. Oh, play him, fish out this guy. Still deck thinning and card advantage. So the Frost package could be very good. When you combo with this card, choose all Universe 6s in your battle area. They gain 5,000 for the duration of the turn. This you would run 4 of. You would run 4 of the Botamos because he's a 5k on whoever you're comboing into. But then whoever you're comboing into and all your other cards get another 5k, assuming you're running Universe 6 cards. So yeah, that guy's really good. Barrier, okay. When you play this card, choose all of your battle cards with an energy cost of 1 or less to gain 10,000 for the duration of the turn. That's a good effect. It's too limited. I don't like the 1 or less. I don't really like that at all because that makes it very, very limited. 10k is awesome. And then also he's 3 energy. I don't really see myself playing Vegeta at all. Boto Vegeta. They called him Botamo and Vegeta Union Attack. No, it's Boto Vegeta. That's what they said. It's a super combo, actually. Oh, okay. This is the Universe 6 version of the Goku super combo that we saw earlier. All right. You definitely will play 4 of those in the Universe 6 deck. Oh, look at this extra card. Strategies of Universe 7. Choose all red Saiyan cards in your battle area. They gain barrier until the end of the... And it's at 0? That's a really good sideboard card. Like, I would sideboard that card. And Time Kicker. This is the final card among the red cards, it seems, for this set. Anyways, Time Kicker, this is a hit extra card. Awesome art. Counter Attack, negate the attack if your leader is Universe 6. Choose up to 1 attacking battle card and send it to the warp. Oh, snap. That's awesome. At the end of the turn, your opponent plays that card sent to the warp with their skill in the owner's battle area for the warp, from the warp. So this is good. First and foremost, it's like the best red negate, unless you want to count that GT Goku art unending, whatever it's called, 5k boost negate for red. It's like the best red negate. But it really shines against cards that can restand, like a Jiren, like a SS3 Goku. Those cards that can attack and then go back to active, or dual attack cards, basically. That's where this really shines, because it says, nah, you're going to the warp until basically the end of the turn. So you're not going to get that second attack off. It kind of reminds me, in a way, it's not really the same, but in a way, it has a similarity to Flying Nimbus, the negate, because, you know, it's just like, yeah, this card isn't going to attack anymore. Flying Nimbus, of course, like I said, it's a lot more limiting than this card. I'm not even comparing them, really. It's just a similar effect. So, at the end of the turn, your opponent plays that card sent to the warp with this skill in the owner's battle area from the warp. I assume it will come back. If it wasn't a card that can restand, I assume it will come back in rest mode as well. And that actually takes away a few plays in your opponent. I don't know why they would attack with a card and then, you know, evolve into something. But if they were like to Xeno Evolve, where it would restand as well, that's another thing. You kind of take plays away from people. Or if they were going to do something else with it, I don't know, like, again, evolve or something, and it isn't able to restand, but they attack, you take the play away. So that can be really good. So it just remains to be seen. Nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe if you are new for more Dragon Ball Super card game content. And like I said earlier in the beginning, thank you guys for the support. If you did make it to the end of the video, make sure you leave a like as well. And I want you to know that if you do subscribe, you know, I'm going to put out other stuff. This isn't all I do, so don't expect it every day or to be the only thing I do. I'm just going to be 100% upfront with you. So, anyways, thank you. I'll catch you all in the next one, guys.